Damn, it's the carpet, of course. I told you it wouldn't stand up like that. Well, hell.
Be careful, dear. There's broken glass, Antonio. Watch out for the pieces.
Ow!
I told you to be careful.
Oh.
Don't move. I'll get some disinfectant. Oh, damn it to hell.
I should be swearing, not you. Hey, that's enough, Madam Dracula.
I've got the bottle, but be careful of the pieces.
Don't worry. I swept everything away. Hey, you still love me?
I do, but you're too heavy.
Hey, you realize we've been married for 3 years?
Not 3. We have known each other for 4 years and 5 months.
Oh, boy. What about our son? I'm not getting any younger, you know.
I'll stop taking the pill next month.
Next month, huh? What about now?
What about now?
Maybe we could hurry things up a little.
You see, a nice soft carpet does come in handy.
You're the one who wants to sell it.
What a hypocrite! You're the one who put the ad in the paper. You say I talk in my sleep. Well, I've got news for you. So do you, my dear.
I do? Well, what'd I say?
Couldn't understand you. You were muttering so. But at one point, I heard you say, Professor, no, Professor.
Yeah, well, you were really talking last night. And then the carpet fell over.
Now, don't start that again, because I don't believe it. And if I did, why didn't you wake me up?
The carpet took care of that. Why did you set the alarm? It's Saturday, isn't it?
People will be calling soon.
What people? On a Saturday morning?
Have you forgotten about the newspaper ad?
And suppose no one calls. I'm going back to sleep.
You're the one who wants to sell it. Only because it reminds you of my stepfather.
Yeah? Did you have a stepfather?
Try to remember. Make a real effort, darling. Don't you even remember his name? Come on. Give it a try.
Oh, forget it, baby. Let me sleep.
No, don't worry. I was already awake. Yes.
It's the second on the right, number 23.
Goodbye. Antonio! I hope you're satisfied. The first one just called. Get up, he'll be here soon.
Kind of a voice did he have?
Who? The man who phoned? I don't know, just an ordinary voice, I guess.
What do you mean, an ordinary voice?
Just a voice, that's all. Besides, the connection was bad. I couldn't hear very well.
Well, was it a man or a woman? Old? Young?
A man. He sounded odd. Sort of ironic. It was almost as if he knew me. He had a slight accent, too.
Sounds as if he made quite an impression on you. Considering you could hardly hear him.
Oh, come on. I only remembered because you keep insisting so to describe him.
Well, I'll let you handle him. You're a better wheeler-dealer than me. Besides, it's your carpet.
Oh, but you are the one who wanted to sell it.
Oh, God, here we go again. Okay. Okay.
Hello? Oh, it must be some sort of joke. That's impossible. It's never happened on this street before. There's not even a no parking sign. All right. I'll call him right away. Antonio, they're towing your car away. There's a tow truck here.
What do you mean? Are they crazy? It's Saturday. Don't they ever take a day off?
Probably not, but if you stay here arguing with me, you'll be going to work on roller skates Monday morning. Hurry.
All right, all right. I'm going.
Hello? Marta? Hello? Oh, shit, the coffee.
Jeez.
Is that you, Antonio?
No, I am not Antonio.
Just a moment.
We spoke on the phone this morning.
Ah, yes. I thought I recognized your voice. Excuse me. Come in.
It wasn't easy to find this address.
You've come about the carpet, haven't you?
Yes, of course I've come about the carpet. Otherwise you wouldn't have let me in, would you? You're not the type to open the door to a stranger.
No, of course not.
Not to just any stranger. Am I mistaken, or isn't that coffee I smell? That smells very good. I bet I'm stealing this from your husband.
He just went out. Sorry. But I'm sure he'll be right back. The concierge called him downstairs because they're towing away his car.
What a liar. Your husband's downstairs right now with a pretty girl. He's in cahoots with the porter, no doubt. I promise you, I saw them. I can't tell you what they were up to. I leave that to your imagination. Well, where is the carpet? Excellent coffee. I was only joking before. I hope you didn't take me seriously. I don't even know what your husband looks like. I only know he's called Antonio. That was the name you called through the door, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That's right. His name's Antonio.
I hope you realize you are pulling my leg. Why, yes. You have dragged me all the way over here just to show me half a carpet. Do you really think I'm going to buy it sight unseen?
Wait a minute. Can't you see what a tight squeeze it is in here? That's why we're selling it. Takes up too much room.
I'm sorry, I can't help you because of my arm.
Excuse me. Antonio.
Ah, it's you, Marta. Where's my husband?
He told me to tell you he's still arguing with the police. They refuse to give back his car.
They're taking it away?
Yes, that's what he told me. They're around the corner.
Tell him I don't give a damn about the fine. Tell him there's a man here, the one who called. Just tell him that. He should be here, too. He's got to be here. Tell him to come right away. He'll understand. But please do tell him. Bye. My husband is on his way up. Do you mind if we wait for him?
No, of course not. Do you mind if I smoke?
No, not at all. I'll give you a light.
You should certainly know how to light a cigar. Wait. It takes more time. All right. Did your father smoke?
I hardly even knew my father.
There were never any men in the house before your husband?
I had a stepfather. What happened to your hand?
I might frighten you if I tell you. Well, perhaps not. Your husband's on his way up, and you seem like a modern, self-assured girl.
Well, actually, it's no concern of mine. Anyway, I was only making conversation. I thought perhaps you'd been in an accident.
3 accidents. They broke it 3 times, in 3 different places. Here. See this? Read it. Read it out loud.
Achille Cimati has been freed after 14 years in prison. Some of our readers will still remember the blood-curdling incident in which he was involved. 15 years ago, he murdered his wife out of jealousy. He was sentenced to 19 years in jail. 2 years were deducted after his appeal, and now he has received a further remission for good conduct.
Yes, that's enough. It's me, all right. And it's all true what they say about me. Of course, there is a lot more to it. As for my arm, the prison racketeers broke it for me. Here, here, and here. They blackmail everyone. One can't stay clear of them inside. I don't give in easily, so they had to tear me apart. Besides, I had to do something to pass the time. Are you impressed?
Not especially. But what about the carpet? Why do you want to buy it?
Why do you want to sell it? First of all, you show it to me in installments, and I don't think the payment is in installments. Then we have to wait for your husband. Can't you make a deal yourself? Anyway, your husband is not coming back right away. Sit down.
Do you mind telling me how you know?
I know.
The price of the carpet is 6 million lire. It has been evaluated at 9 million by Mr. Agababian, who is an expert at the carpet auction warehouse. I'll show you his letter if you want to see it.
I'm an expert, too. Help me to spread it out. That way I can see for myself. Mr. Agababian must have examined it inch by inch, I'm sure. Though I bet there are traces of a stain on the border.
Not as far as I know.
I'll bet. Let's knock a million off. 5 instead of 6. Look here. Over here. See?
I can't see anything. You don't want it. I thought as much. I didn't think you would really buy it.
You had better explain what you mean. What is it? Don't you like my face? Or is it because of what I told you about myself?
What is the matter with you? Are you crazy?
Don't count on your husband. He's not coming. Come on now, tell me. My time is very precious, so just get that straight. If I'm here, there must be a good reason.
I'm not interested. Now, please, get out of here.
Don't think I'm disabled. I have had all the time in the world to rehabilitate it, you see? Don't you believe me? It's an odd sort of paralysis. It comes, goes, comes and goes. The truth is, my hand is in mourning for Elena, my late wife. How do you think I killed my wife? On a carpet like this one here. Why do you want to get rid of it? Just tell me, then I'll go.
I've told you already. It takes up a lot of room. And the flat is very small. And anyway, my husband wants to buy a new car.
So that the tow truck can take it away on Saturday morning? How come you own a carpet like this in this hovel? Did someone give it to you?
Well, yes, it was a wedding present from my parents.
Ah, your parents, your mother and father. No. You said you had a stepfather. Ah, it's from your stepfather. A gift for his stepdaughter's wedding. She was getting married, leaving home, taking the carpet with her, and all its memories too. Don't you have any whiskey? Anything at all to drink? Give me the key now. You promised me something to drink.
I didn't promise you anything. Now, please let me out of here.
Look me straight in the eyes. You know you'd like to give me that key, wouldn't you? It's true, isn't it? Give me the key. Come on.
No. Get out. I'll scream.
Do you really want to scream? I wonder why. I'm simply curious, that's all. Human interest. You still haven't told me if your stepfather gave you the carpet or not. Well, yes or no? Who gave it to you? He did, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, Ernesto gave it to me. Ernesto, my stepfather. Are you happy now?
Mm-hmm.
What else do you want to know? I'll tell you everything you want to know, but please let me go. You're hurting me.
Give me the key now. Oh, no, 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 no. Give it to me. So. Give it to me. Very good. Good girl. Now we can continue our chat without being disturbed.
Now I lean out and scream!
Don't do anything silly. What would happen if you were to lose your balance and fall out? No. Come out of here and don't even consider it. I assure you, my interest in you is purely human. Now then, it's more intimate like this, isn't it? Just like nighttime. Dark and silent.
Help! Help! Help me, somebody!
Let's have a drink. Here, have a sip. It'll help you to relax.
You're crazy.
Because I've shown some interest in you.
When Antonio gets back, we'll have you arrested for unlawful restraint.
Oh, come now. Have I laid a finger on you?
Yes, you did. And worse, too.
But you were the one who gave me the house key. Isn't that so?
You forced me to.
You are just biased. Admit it. You have never found yourself face to face with a murder before. And then, when you found out I had committed a crime, you lost your head. That's racism! We are all equal, really, believe me. Anyone can commit a crime if the occasion arises. Your husband, the doorkeeper, anyone. Even you. Cover yourself. Yes, it's much cozier this way, isn't it? Let the storm rage outside. You and I have got to talk.
My husband is on his way home.
Didn't you stop to think he might be in cahoots with me? Your husband?
Cahoots.
In collusion. The tow truck. Fine. Compound. The telephone call. It's just an alibi. We planned it together. Your husband is jealous. And I am the perfect murderer. I've already done it once. Now let's see, my dear. That stain. I recognize it very well.
What are you talking about?
Look here. I removed the stain with my own hands and a cheap stain remover. Jealousy. Yes, jealousy. I could see her. See? Let my best friend screw her right here on this carpet. I forced her to confess. Then she started to struggle free and ran to the bedroom. The knife was in one of the drawers. I grabbed it in a flash and flicked open the blade. She climbed over the bed and ran out. I grabbed her robe, but it tore. Then I caught her by her slip. She stood there with her breasts naked. Her breasts. Her breasts. I didn't know what was happening. The blood squirted everywhere. Yes. I struck her in the throat, and it started to squirt all about like a fountain. No. It took a whole day to clean up the room. A few drops of blood must have remained on the carpet because I didn't notice them until the next day. Then, come here. Come. Sit, please. I burned her body in a pine grove. But then, after a month, I managed to identify it. Yes, it was a nail polish. She even painted her toenails. That's what the papers said. I had fired the maid a few days earlier, and she went straight to the police. If she had nail polish on her toenails, then she must be my mistress, she said. She gave the police a bottle of nail polish she pinched from the house, and when they tested it, they found out it was the same. So they arrested me. I confessed. I had no more reason to live. It's impossible to fight jealousy.
What can I say? I just don't understand what all this has to do with me. Maybe you just wanted to get it off your chest. You leave me alone now, huh? Open the shutters. I can't stand the dark. Really, I can't stand it.
You still don't understand what I'm getting at, do you?
I have to go to the bathroom. I can't help it.
Is that the effect of my story? I see. Well, it upsets me too. Every time I relive that scene. But you mustn't lock yourself in, my dear. I don't want any more tricks now. We have to get to the heart of the matter, you and I. trying to avoid the truth. But you have to face it. You have to look it in the eye. I'm offering you a solution, an analysis. You should be grateful to me.
I've got to keep a clear head. I've got to think of something. I have to do something. There must be a way. I think he just suffers from hallucinations. He's not as dangerous as he likes to appear. But why has he filled the bathtub with hot water? Suppose he really is a madman, a schizophrenic, or a paranoid.
My knife is finer than any razor blade. Tell me the truth. You didn't feel a thing. Pain is just an impression. Cover up your breasts. You remind me too much of her. Get off the carpet. I only wanted to show you how sharp my knife is. Do you know why your stepfather gave you this carpet? He knew what I know about it. An old Persian legend has it that the color yellow in a carpet only serves to highlight the color of blood. Yes, yellow carpets carry an ancient curse. I'll tell you what I know about your stepfather and the death of your mother. You plotted it in your room with your stepfather. Possible event, a natural occasion. It was your first step to the pact. A death pact, wasn't it?
No.
Admit. You remember, don't you?
No.
But you did wish her dead. Confess it. We are all murderers at heart. Admit it. You must confess it.
No, 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 no!
You must confess if you want to be forgiven. Here. Speak here. You wanted to kill your mother, didn't you?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Why did you want to kill her? For what reason?
I wanted to kill her. I hated her. My mother was a horrid hypocrite, and I always hated her.
His hand on your shoulder. You were jealous. You were jealous of the woman he took to bed. Admit it.
When I saw them together, I always felt jealous. I was terribly jealous. It's true. But I couldn't do anything about it. It had to be that way. I was very young. I needed to love so badly and to be loved by someone.
And that someone was him, your stepfather. You loved him desperately. The love you have for Antonio, your husband, is nothing in comparison.
But that's not true. It's not true. You are trying to get me to say something ridiculous. I was just a child. I never thought about it again. I swear I didn't. I love Antonio. I only love Antonio.
No, you would like to love Antonio because it's your duty. That's what you have been taught. But you can't because your stepfather is still inside you. Ernesto.
I tell you, Ernesto has never been inside of me. Ernesto has never been there.
Stay where you are. I'll get it. Hello? Hello? Yes, hello, I can hear you. Yes, this is your house. It's Antonio, isn't it? Well, I'm here about the carpet. I think we have agreed on a price. About 8 million lira. What do you say? Fine, I'll tell your wife. He says 8 million suits him perfectly. Hello? Ah, you are still held up, are you? What's the problem? Ah, all this red tape, I know. It's ridiculous, really. Well, they'll make you lose the whole morning. Well, at least we are not losing any time. Did you want to speak to your wife? She's gone to get some papers so we can write our agreement. We want to do things properly. I shall leave her a down payment. Then when you have cash to check on Monday, Tuesday, I'll bring over the balance and collect the carpet. I'll tell you what. I'll bring the rest in cash. That way you won't have any problems. I shall talk to your wife about how much you'll want as a down payment. Yes? Yes, I'll tell her. Yes, no, don't worry.
Get out of here! Get out right now!
Hold it. Hold it right there. What a pretty picture that would make. The murderers.
I've never been in prison.
So what? You haven't been by your will.
No. Get out!
I've told you. I'm in cahoots with your husband. Don't you realize? He sent me here. Right now I made an agreement with him. He promised me 8 million to kill his wife. He's jealous, you see. He wanted to wipe out his suspicions from his mind. Legitimate suspicions, too. He's jealous of his wife's stepfather. And now, the proof is on the tape.
are you? What are you doing here? What do you want?
I was just about to ring the doorbell. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. I really didn't.
You didn't frighten me. I wasn't expecting you, that's all. I was on my way out. I'm in a hurry.
Do forgive me. Just let me tell you who I am. You don't even know why I'm here.
I've already told you I am in a hurry. Come back another day or later if you like. I don't have time right now.
I suppose it's my husband's fault. He must have been up to his usual tricks again.
Your husband? What do you mean by your husband? If I don't know you, what would I be doing with your husband?
Didn't you place this ad?
Oh, yes. I don't understand what this has to do
I'm
with...
sorry, but I've been wandering around all morning. I went to the wrong address. I'm much better when I go by my instinct. Would you mind if I sat down for a moment? I'll only stay for a minute. I just can't stand up any longer. Please.
I'm very sorry, but I can't. I really can't invite you inside.
I'm very sorry. I misunderstood. Just tell me one thing. Did the gentleman pay you a visit this morning? A rather elegant man. In his 50s. Did he use this ad as an excuse? He hasn't done anything like this for months. But if you do know something about him, I must know. Please tell me. No. Yes, theater in the home. That's what he calls it. But sometimes he causes so much trouble. People calling the police. It's unfortunate. Then I have to run and explain and smooth things over.
I don't understand. Why?
He was a famous actor. Didn't he tell you that?
An actor? What do you mean by an actor?
Well, let's say an ex-actor. He was well known in the theater until 10 years ago. His name's Achille Marinelli. But you're too young to remember him. Then he had a breakdown. It was a very serious one, the result of an automobile accident. He lost his memory. He couldn't remember his lines anymore. The words just wouldn't come to him when he was on stage. Of course, he kept on trying. He just didn't want to give up.
It's a very sad story, I understand.
Now
but
he performs improvisations in other people's houses. He invents a part on the spur of the moment and uses these ads as an excuse.
Ah, the what ads?
They're just an excuse to get into the house. No one opens the door to strangers these days.
Then it's just a trick? A sort of confidence trick?
I knew it. He's been here, hasn't he? But you must tell me, please, if he has. I'd be so grateful. He's been so good for months now. I'm only here to sort it all out. I thought it was all over. Then I suppose this ad just struck his fancy. It's a quirk of his. You see, he invents all sorts of stories. Some people get so offended. Sometimes they don't even believe me when I try to explain. They think he does it on purpose, to tease me or to offend them. But it isn't that way. He's quite harmless. Oh, I promise you, he's an adorable man until he starts to act another role. It's a sort of safety valve. He gets it all off his chest. But otherwise, he's quite harmless. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
I don't believe a word of your story. Someone here is crazy, and I know it is not me. Please, now I have to go. You've had your chance to sit down. You've told me your story. Now, please leave.
It's always the same. One humiliation after another.
No, not that way. Where are you going? You get out of here. Someone did come this morning. My husband opened the door. He always does. It was an elderly man. He said he wanted to come in, but Antonio didn't let him. He's always curt with strangers.
But the man must have said something. Where's your husband? Can I have a word with him? If I made a mistake and it wasn't him, then goodness knows where he is right now and what he's up to. I might be able to find out from your husband. Please, help me.
My husband has gone out.
Then I won't detain you any longer. You haven't told me the truth. I can feel it. I'm not stupid.
You must confess if you want to be forgiven. Here. Speak here. You wanted to kill your mother, didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
Why did you want to kill her? For what
I
reason?
wanted to kill her. I hated her. My mother was a horrid hypocrite, and I always hated her.
Franca? Oh. Hey. Good morning. Or maybe I should say good afternoon. You've really had a long sleep.
God. Who put on this dressing gown for me?
I bet you haven't taken it off since this morning.
When did you get back?
Get back?
Yes. What happened to the car?
Oh, yeah. I got a fine. I don't know why they kept me so long. What are you looking for? Franca. Franca. What is it? What's the matter? Have you lost something? Who are you phoning?
Where's the carpet?
Oh, wait. Wait now. Look. 6,500,000. What do you say to that? Hey. Are you sure you're all right? You must have slept for about 6 hours. And then you wake up in a terrible state? What's the matter?
Who did you sell it to? And when?
The fellow who called you. He came by while you were sleeping.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Franca, what are you doing?
It's after 4.
So what? I told you you slept a long time. You must have overworked yourself last night. It's been a while since you did any overtime.
Who's been eating at this table?
Who did you think it was? Ghosts? Me, of course. I was hungry. And you didn't look as if you were about to wake up, so I fixed myself something. I only had a snack, though. I'd like to make up for it tonight. We're rich right now. We'll go out for a bite. That is, if you don't mind. I mean, after all, it's your money.
Shut up! Shut up. I don't believe a word of it. About the money, about the carpet. I'm not crazy. I don't suffer from hallucinations. That's what you're trying to get me to believe. I have murdered a man! I have murdered a man! Yes,
are you talking about?
Yes, I did. He was lying there on the carpet, covered in blood, and now he's not there anymore. Nothing. He's gone. No, he got up. He was standing there on his feet. Maybe he was only wounded. Huh? The tape recorder!
The tape recorder? I haven't seen it for ages. What do you want with it? Why don't you tell me what's happened? Explain to me.
Explain to you. I wish I could. It's incredible. I told you. I never suffered from hallucinations.
Hallucinations, no, but you do have strange dreams at night. I've told you more than once you talk in your sleep.
I have to take your word for that. I never remember anything, but this time I remember everything. Every detail. Do you understand? Perfectly. Minute by minute. Every second. Everything.
What can you remember?
What happened to me
Happened when?
this morning
While you were asleep?
while you were at the car pound getting the car back?
Me at the car pound? You're crazy. Last night, I parked the car in front of someone's driveway. They called the police, but I went down. I hope you remember that much.
Yes, of course I do.
Well, I paid the fine, moved the car, and came back upstairs again. You were back in bed, fast asleep. That's all.
But I wasn't. I made the coffee.
Oh, sure, you made the coffee. I made the coffee. And I gave some to the man who bought the carpet. You didn't make any coffee at all. The pot was clean. Or did you wash it after you made coffee?
No, I didn't have time. Everything started to happen afterwards.
And I'm telling you that nothing's happened. Nothing at all. Except you were snoring a bit. And I had to tiptoe around all morning. And talk in a low voice, in case I woke you up. Anyway, what's this mysterious thing that's supposed to have happened? I should imagine it was a nightmare. Why don't you tell me about it? You might feel better if you get it off your chest. I can't understand why a nightmare should upset you so much, though.
It wasn't a nightmare. It really wasn't.
Well, what was it then? Would you mind telling me what's going on?
It was horrible. Really awful. Oh. It didn't seem too bad to begin with, but a bit odd, but quite nice.
What are you saying?
Why can't you understand? I've killed. Yes, I have. I've been through a terrible experience this morning. I'll never be the same again. I feel it. I know it. I really am a murderer, Antonio, believe me. Maybe I always have been. Maybe I am the perverse person I dreamed I was. Dreamed. I lived it all. I experienced it. It was a reality.
Franca, what do you mean? Help me to understand. This man, who is he? Tell me. Describe him. What was he like? Franca. Wait. Don't answer yet. Relax. Here, have a cigarette. Take it easy now. Tell me everything, darling. Franca. Go on. And according to what you've told me, man's not a murderer or a madman. He's never been in prison. He's just an old actor. Or used to be. And there's no corpse. He just went away. The whole thing's incredible. What a marvelous story. You've certainly got a vivid imagination. Why don't you try writing it down?
I'm not making it up. No, where was I?
You just managed to get the wife out of the house, if she really was his wife.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, he kept changing his story all the time. He Said he was a friend of your stepfather, didn't he? Anyway, get on with it. What happened to the wife?
Nothing. She left. I saw her through the peephole. Should think of the details. I can remember it quite clearly, too. I saw her through the peephole. She was standing there. In the hall. In front of the door. She stood there waiting. She seemed to be looking at me.
Come on. Get on with it. My curiosity is aroused. What happened then?
She turned and left. I don't know what happened after that.
My dear, you will never know what happened after that. But I do.
Come on now. Come on. Hurry. Don't worry. Everything is going according to plan. Wait a minute. All right.
Get her into bed. She will sleep for hours with this injection. Yes?
She was wearing a slip when I left.
And the black dressing gown. It's in the bathroom now.
Here, you clean things.
One thing at a time. You give him a hand, doctor. I've got to clean myself up a bit. I'll give you her dressing gown.
If we make the slightest mistake, the whole thing will backfire on us.
Don't worry. I'm the last one who wants that to happen.
Hold her a moment.
Yes.
Go away. Hold her head.
Yes.
Wear the shutters up. Leave her.
That's the way they were.
Are you sure? You men often make mistakes.
I'm quite sure. I made a mental note as I was leaving.
Good. I think I've finished in here then. Oh, put her clothes away.
Yes.
Take the shoes. Have another check around. Is there anything else?
I don't think there's anything else.
Good. We finished in here then. Be careful.
Here, this.
Come along now. Your wife has no need of you, and the professor will need some help.
Tell me a secret.
Yes?
Which one of you two is in command?
Each of us plays his part. It's the professional experience that counts. Now, no more questions, please.
Stop playing the guardian angel. You know I can't stand it.
I think you work too much. You're taking too many drugs. I think that's enough of that. Don't start that again.
It's clever. I've never seen one before.
Give that to me. I can hear a bell ringing up here.
What's wrong?
I must have forgotten something. Something important.
When can I hear the tape?
When the three of us are a bit calmer. I advise you to sit down and take it easy. You are very nervous.
Be careful, please. Be careful. There were some red stains on the carpet. What was that phrase?
You should remember it.
An ancient Persian legend has it that the color yellow in a carpet only serves to bring out the color of blood.
That's more or less how it goes, yes.
You needn't worry. The carpet's clean now. You absolutely can't see the slightest trace of red.
Well, I certainly hope not, because I've already sold the carpet, and I certainly wouldn't want to give back $6.5 million.
Oh, my God. I nearly made a real blunder.
What?
I'd forgotten the torture.
What do you mean?
The torture. I tortured your wife. I forgot to tell you about it. Do you see this fake cut here? It's strange what tricks psychological conditioning place on the mind. Your wife was convinced I wounded her. We should wash the area carefully. She's bound to check it most thoroughly when she wakes up.
You go. I'll see to it. But I do want to hear the tape. Call me when you're ready.
What's wrong?
It's all so complicated.
Don't you give up on me now. Remember, the final result depends on you.
But how will she react when she wakes up?
You know everything. In one sitting, we have solved a problem that normally would have taken 2 years of analysis. You have got to handle the situation without ruining our reputation.
Yes, I understand, but you know, I'll be alone.
Give her this. But only if absolutely necessary. Only if she still seems emotionally upset.
What is this?
Let's just call it a kind of purgative. It removes any toxic residues from the mind and returns it to a perfect equilibrium. But don't tell the doctor. She's a psychiatrist of the old school. She's against drugs. Anyway, I'm sure you won't need it. In fact, I'm positive. Where do you keep them?
Over there.
Ah.
I'd love to destroy this.
That would be a serious mistake, in my opinion. Doctor,
Yes?
our friend says he would like to destroy the photograph of his wife with the stepfather.
Well, an object can be expelled. With the passing of time, it gradually fades, losing its power of suggestion. But the memory of the object, its power of suggestion becomes traumatic. The trauma won't disappear if the object's destroyed. With time, it becomes even stronger, and the trauma will never disappear.
I'd like to study these things myself.
Well, now, here's the tape.
Good. We can sit over here. Please. It must be the men for the carpet.
Okay.
Be careful, please. Oh, one moment. I'll open the door. You better lift it. Need more room? No, not the bedroom. Try the bathroom. Yes. That's the way. Give Mr. Agababy my regards. He's been a great help. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
This is a salient part of what she said.
Oh, no, I want to hear it all.
Monday you can drop by the Institute and hear as much as you want of it, but you have to analyze it first.
Yes.
The professor is right. Calm down now.
Listen. But you can't, because your stepfather is still inside you. Ernesto.
I tell you, Ernesto has never been inside of me. Ernesto has never been there.
Once again.
Ernesto has never been inside of me. Ernesto has never been there.
Now then, do you feel better? That was always my opinion.
Professor, but how do you know she was telling the truth?
She certainly wasn't going to lie to a stranger at that point, was she? Her psychological resistance was completely broken down. If she had ever been able to satisfy that desire, she would have been able to overcome the trauma. And you, Antonio, wouldn't have had any desire to strangle her each time she was making love to him in her dreams.
You're right. I'm really the sick one, I know.
Unfortunately, that's true. Franca had no way of knowing. But the murdered wife on the carpet could easily have been her.
But the carpet's gone now. I believe that curse.
I believe in science.
Your jealousy over a dead man reeks of paranoia. In the end, it becomes obsessive.
Yes, it's true. I couldn't control myself anymore. I couldn't handle it by myself. You've both been great. You really know how to act.
We know the human spirit, scientifically speaking.
Huh.
But have you really understood our treatment?
Yes, a dream relived in reality passes into the subconscious.
Thanks to the decisive aid of several drugs that I administered.
The injection, you mean?
Not by itself. I administered 2 light hallucinogens to your wife, 2 successive doses in a whiskey.
And the nightmare we created today passes into her subconscious to neutralize the pre-existing traumatic dream. Will you sign here, please?
Another signature? But you've done all you had to do at this point.
We need your permission to publish the case. Your friend who put us in contact gave us his permission then.
What happens if my wife reads it?
It won't be for another 3 years, and only in the Institute's review. Experimental psychotherapy.
Are you going to publish how much the therapy cost me? I only have one regret. Poor Franca. I've stolen 4 hours of her life that no one will ever be able to give her back.
4 hours, but not a life. I think Franca would have accepted it too if she knew.
I hope you're right. One night, weeks ago, on Saturday night, I was really ready to strangle her. I telephoned you at 2 in the morning, remember?
Then, nothing. I screamed. I fainted. And I woke up in bed.
What a story. It's horrible. I don't know where you'd be able to publish something like that. Of course, it's a bit contrived as a story. A corpse that gets back on his feet. A man who knows all about you and selling your stepfather's carpet. But when I think about it as a dream, it's flawless.
Where do you want to go? You still haven't told me.
Oh, celebrate. We're in the money, aren't we? We freed ourselves from the nightmare of that damn carpet. We'll drive to the sea and have dinner there. Some nice fresh fish, chilled white wine. Wouldn't you like that?
Yes, why not? Yes. I can't wait to get out of this house and get a breath of air. Promise me we'll move out of this house as soon as we can.
Oh, right now I'd promise you anything.
I wanted to take a shower a while ago, and the water wasn't warm enough.
When?
Just now. It should have been hot, but it wasn't. I wonder why. Ah, yes, of course. He turned on the water. It was boiling. I thought he wanted to cook me in it.
Who's he? What are you talking about? Are you starting all that again? It was a nightmare, Franca.
But it figures. The water didn't have time to heat up again.
Of course it didn't, because I took a shower.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
In the middle of the afternoon?
Why not?
I don't believe you. I wouldn't even believe you if I saw you.
He's sweaty and tired, I swear it, Franca. Stop it now, please. Please believe me. Believe me, Franca. I was hot. And I took a shower. I swear it, please. Believe me. Please.
Now, this is the difference between being an actor and playing a psychiatrist. You remember how they used to pay you when you were on tour in the provinces? Chicken feed.
What did you expect? With me acting under that absurd name, Achille Marinelli.
Would you have preferred your real name? After murdering your wife and getting released from an asylum? Now, what did you give that poor fellow?
You have the uncanny instinct of a watchdog.
I'm your doctor.
Or no, on the contrary. I'm the one who has given you a reason to go on. You played the wife's role perfectly today. You followed my instructions to the letter. Good.
And you are ready to get your degree in psychiatry. But let's get back to that pill. Isn't it your preferred cure? A fatal one?
You know very well it leaves no trace. Why worry? If the little lady is incurable, her husband would murder her anyway, giving her a horrible death. We won't let him do it, that's all. She'll die quietly, without knowing it, in her sleep. I can't leave a failure behind me. One way or another, the case must be closed.
You only have an insatiable desire to kill.
Announce the departure of flight 201 for Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Helsinki. Now boarding at gate 10.
But I am convinced that she's cured. My performance was irresistible. The pill won't be needed. Besides, your own colleagues at the asylum have certified that I'm perfectly normal. Which means I won't kill. That it was only raptors. So you see, I'm innocent. They guarantee it.
Perhaps I'm the only one who's crazy, allowing myself to think I could cure a hardened criminal.
It wasn't only my artistic personality that attracted you. You were fascinated by the ancestral nature of the crime.
Last call, the Scandinavian Airlines flight 201 for Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Helsinki. Now departing from gate 10.
That's what I call a great evening.
Oh, great. It's terrific.
How about you?
Ed!
Hey, where are you going?
Bet you can't catch
No,
me.
no. You just wait. Hey, Frank, where are you going? Franca, where are you?
You?
Ah. You know, seafood's an aphrodisiac, don't you?
Yes.
Heard about that, didn't you?
And I'm off the pill. Darling. Oh. Sweetheart. Come to me, my love. Oh. My love. Yes. I want you. Antonio. Antonio.